but it actually came together pretty quick. And I wanted to integrate, because I have provisions for hydraulic pedals that I'm going to build as well. So there's 3 connectors in the back also that you can't see that are going to be for pedals. So it's all going to be as one controller.
Right. That's impressive looking. Seriously.
Thank you. That's my first attempt. Like the carbon fiber wrap isn't the greatest, and the third.
That looks fine from here.
Oh, well, thank you. But yeah, I wanted the battery cut off like a real race car and stuff. So like the battery cut off, and then the first big button is actually the starter that you press and stuff like that, right? So.
Check. Center on Overwatch. Balcony clear. 1 KIA.
Wow.
So that was my first attempt at a button box. I was actually pretty proud of that.
Someday.
Team deathmatch.
And rig and all
Enemy
that
threats in the AO. Weapons hot.
Enemy in center.
Taking the lead.
But yeah, yeah, I got it on there.
I still see rate. Oh, that's because I'm behind. Okay.
Enemy in the forward.
There you are. Okay. I was back on your other one. That mouse and keyboard or controller? All this time. Heavy. Yeah.
Got a VTOL on station, ready to deploy.
Yes, you just mowing them down.
What mode are you in? Oh, okay.
Decided that I'm doing 7 days to die, and I was learning.
White phosphorus loading.
How's that? On the 7th day or night.
You know what? I don't know what it is with YouTube, but I haven't been getting any notifications from anybody.
Yeah, I wasn't getting notifications.
Need air support. Send them in.
Hunter 2-3 on station. Weapons
I
hot.
think it's
RVRs.
choosing...
There's a bunch of videos.
Yeah.
One in the open. Engaging.
Grid mark. Call for fire.
Striker 3-3 arriving on station.
Well, the Discord isn't as...
Grid mark. Call for fire.
Striker 3-1 dropping Whiskey Pete on your mark.
My buddy Dennis here is hit and miss. I'm kind of active.
Target spotted. Moving to engage.
Henrik is really active. We've got a couple new members that are pretty good. But the racing has been
Copy.
down. And I don't know. Like I said earlier, like I was joking, really, I wasn't really having fun. We switched over to iRacing a lot. And Henrik
taking fire up here.
Said these obscure, sweet, small, twisty, tiny tracks and shit. And I just wasn't enjoying myself, so I just stopped.
You can't even pronounce it.
Yeah, and it's no offense to Henrik and all that stuff. Wasn't into practicing just for 1 day of racing, and I really was not enjoying it.
Solid copy.
So I stopped.
This is Striker, we are RTB. Good on you.
Enemy at the office.
Maintenance and upgrading on my rig. And I've come to the conclusion that I have OCD of some sort, so if something's not, in my mind, adequate enough, I won't do it. So I'm at the point now where I think I've got stuff. Sorry?
Look at me. I was away for almost a year. Pretty close.
Yeah, early spring for sure. Like, because at this point last year we were doing stuff like War Dust and Onward and all that stuff, and it was pretty up until Christmas. We were pretty active, like all of us.
Station, ready to deploy.
Yeah, you dropped off the face of the earth. You were actually pretty active, and then one day I remember we had an accident that ran into me, and then you
White phosphorus target. Green to deploy. All helo ready to launch.
felt kind of hurt over that. Like, I don't know if it was
I'll
me
ship for
or
that.
whatever.
I really did.
And it kept on.
It was me.
Well, no, but I
was the
kept
one
on
that
saying,
felt
like,
like
don't
shit.
worry
It's
about
like
it. Like, it was no big issue, right? Like, to me, it did not matter, right?
Target
We were
marked.
just
Let's
in there
hit him.
having fun. Like, I wasn't in there
Tracker
for
3-3 arriving on
competition
station.
or anything, right?
Need air support. Send them in.
Hunter 2-1 on station. Weapons hot.
I steered clear of racing anybody because this is serious. I don't
Visual on target. Engaging.
want anyone else to change. Whether it's a stupid act that I've done or, on purpose, it's just not.
We're halfway
You know what,
there.
listen,
Keep fighting.
you know what?
It's happening, but
The thing is,
you're
Target
like,
spotted.
good enough
Moving to
actually
engage.
be competitive, even if it's just for fun.
Countermeasures out.
yeah, you know,
It's not my right to mess anyone.
Solid copy.
Who am I?
you know what? Listen, Magic, the problem with racing,
Taking fire up
and
here.
you have to understand this. We spend money, like say I spend money on iRacing.
Target spotted. Moving
And-
to engage.
I go into a certain race and you're gonna get fucked up. Like
This is Striker, we're taking some
iRacing,
fire.
and don't get me wrong, iRacing has the best.
This is
online
Striker, we are
racing that you can
RTB.
get.
Good hunt,
And I
guys.
don't give a fuck when anybody says you're not gonna find any better online racing than iRacing. But you're still gonna have shitty races. Like you're gonna have guys that are gonna fucking dive bomb you, or you're gonna have guys that are gonna run into use you as a brake going into a corner, or whatever. It's just fucking human nature that shit like that's gonna happen. The problem is now when we're racing on weekends and stuff like that, I never take that stuff really serious. Like sometimes it gets frustrating, but you know what? I take it and say, you know what?
Nope.
I
Not
don't
today.
really fucking care because this, in the end of the day, it doesn't mean anything. I'm having fun racing with my buddies. You know, that's all that matters. And you have to take it at that too. You know what? All you have to do is say, you know what, man, I fucked up. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. And I'll just learn from it and try not to make the mistake.
Target
the next
marked.
time.
Let's hit
And
'em.
that's all there is to it. You don't
Striker
have to fucking feel
3-1,
bad
dropping
or,
whiskey peed on
you
your
know,
mark.
beat the shit out of yourself over it.
That's why I was thinking that after I get my other PC, because I'm right after Christmas, I'm taking my Christmas money and saving a lot of my. Are you still there?
Right? Yeah.
That's why. If I join iRacing, I'll have to earn my license, because I won't be promoted with my license until I actually get out of rookie class, and I'll learn what not to do.
Right.
So
you know
either
what, though?
having stuff done to me, or like breaking points and learning tracks, because I'm not going to be able to buy all the tracks. Or there are a couple different cars, a couple different road tracks, where the breaking points are and shit like that.
Got a VTOL on station. Ready to deploy.
Because if you ever watch me race, I've raced for a long time, and I still don't do the right. I always take the right line for the apex. Maybe I'm going in too deep, or I'm going in too fast. I'm just not taking the right lines. So
You know what though? And I'm gonna tell you this right now.
I'm around.
It all depends on what you feel comfortable. Like someone says, okay, I hate your
All
apex.
helo ready to
Well,
launch.
maybe you know what, for your driving style, maybe it's a little different. But the problem is when you're doing
I have
that,
a lot of bad
you have to
habits.
coincide with goes on with
Safe.
other people. That's the difference. You could have a different line, but you have to understand where somebody else's apexes or whatever, because that's usually where the problems lie, is in the corners. So you have to understand, well, my turning preference or my apex corner is going to be a little bit different than, say, mine or something like that. And you know what? Henrik has a nasty habit of fucking bumping into me going into fucking corners all the time. So, it's not a situation where, it's just you. Everybody has the issues. And when you're dealing with humans, that's just how it is.
Right.
Even you look at real races in real life.
And
There's accidents all the time, right? So,
yeah,
like I say, you got to learn not to beat the shit out of yourself, right?
habits, like one of my bad habits is going into a corner and it's too shallow, where I'm like too close to the wall. my car carry
Less than a
further than I
minute.
wanted to.
Keep it up, guys. The day's
Instead of
almost done.
taking the proper line, and that's even with nobody around me.
Again, that's not
My mind.
necessarily. That's not necessarily not a proper line. A proper line is how you go fast. How you
Need air
go
support.
fast
Send them
around
in.
the corner. Now,
Hunter
the
2-3 on
problem is,
station.
let's say
Weapons
Target
hot.
marked. Let's hit him.
okay, what's your
Striker
job?
3-3 arriving on station.
Somebody's behind
Got a
you.
VTOL on station.
It
Ready
doesn't
to
matter what
deploy.
line you have. That's their job,
30 seconds.
right? So
Time's up.
it's
Move your asses.
either one or the other. So if you like to break early, and a lot of times I do like to break early, and if somebody runs into you and say, "Oh, well, I didn't expect you to break there," you know what? That's your fucking problem because you're supposed to be paying attention. You're supposed to anticipate that guy breaking early. So you know what? It's always the guy in the back that's the problem. And you know, if you make a mistake, whatever, and it happens, you might break too late. If you lock up the tires, all of a sudden you start skidding. So you're not going to slow down. Shit like that happens. Everybody's line is different.
That makes sense too, because I've actually I knew a track well enough to where, for the most part, it fit me to the point where I knew the track pretty well. And I was learning where they're slower, and I knew their tendencies in certain sections of the track. And it's like, okay, first, and I knew on the backside, going up the hill I can catch up, but on the backside, on that long stretch, I knew that I can get it. If I was coming out better on that last turn up before that straightaway, that I could actually get the overtake on them.
Right.
Do more of that when I'm, instead of just trying to be like, very aggressive racing. Yep.
And you know what?
I think while I'm there.
And there's nothing wrong with it. Like I'm saying, there's nothing wrong with the way you race. I think maybe sometimes you think you should. No, you know what? No, there's not. And and really there isn't. What the problem you're having is you think that maybe your skills aren't good enough, so you try maybe a little too hard. But you know what? That fucking happens to everything. And like I say, you're not the only person that bumps into somebody. Fuck, I've bumped into people. Dennis has bumped into people. Henrik bumps into people. You know, and I like tapping. I like tapping Dennis's donkey too. So you know, like that's why he's got a chastity belt. It's
fun with video games with you guys for sure. And there's been some races where, like Dennis, the way he makes everybody laugh when he's racing.
Well, yeah, he's got that laugh. That's why I come up with the name Dr. Evil. Right? He's got Dr. Evil.
Jason, I've watched you.
All stations, 011, lights on in the house. Roger 3. Got movement on the first deck.
Nürburgring that was the one that I remember most with Dennis. It was freaking hilarious. I do miss racing with you guys.
Well, we miss having you around, period, man. Like I said, I don't know why. I don't understand why you just haven't been around just to talk with us, unless, like, I personally thought you had something against me or us or whatever. Because, like, it's just.
Oh. It was all on me because when we did the race experience, when I couldn't get shit going and even frustrated because I wanted to race, and it's been several times I tried to race with everybody and it just wasn't working out. And as far that really didn't matter because I knew eventually I would get better as you surround yourself with good racers, people that aren't slamming into you. You surround yourself when you start, getting better gradually, and you learn the tracks and stuff like that. And
what, you don't think you were?
Frustrating the hell out of me.
Well, you know what? Sometimes it's and I'm going to say this now. You're getting up there in age, so am I. We're not the same as what you were when you were, 20 or 25 or even 30, right?
Okay.
And I didn't. And I got to a certain point when I was racing that I was actually fairly good. And then I started racing with the Discord, and I got away from really competitive racing. and my skills went downhill like tenfold just because I was just doing it for fun. And now I'm having a hard time getting back into it again. But the point I'm making is everybody's learning curve on this sort of thing is a lot different. And one day, you know what, you're going to be doing it and you're doing it and doing it. You're thinking, fuck, this is pissing you off. And then one day, boom, it's going to snap. I'm not saying you're going to be the best in the world, but all of a sudden things are going to come together, right?
Right.
And that's just how it is, right? And like I say, you know, you got to quit beating yourself up. Like all any type of the racing, all you just, fuck, I'm sorry, man. That's all it is, and it's over. You know, especially with our Discord. If it's anybody else, like, you know, you might find issues or whatever. But you know, if you're racing just to try and get better with the Discord and stuff, it's, you know, everybody say, I'm sorry.
That was part of it, but the main focus was to try to have fun with everybody, because just like if you look at like Onward, it wasn't just racing. I bought Onward and I played with Gopher Trucks.
Yep.
That first video where I've never played a game like that, and I'm trying to sit. It was freaking hilarious, and I truly never laughed so hard.
Yeah. Well, I remember watching you guys with that, but I'll tell you one thing, like, and it's, I like Gopher Trucks, and he dropped off our Facebook, or our, not Facebook, our Discord as well, like, and I noticed he streamlined his a little different as well. But he really has no patience when it comes to trying teaching somebody a game. He's, I don't know what to say on that. Like, yeah, but he is funny, and I like watching his videos and stuff like that. And when you're actually like in a game with him, he's pretty good. But if you don't know the game and he's there and trying to teach you, it's his mentoring skills are limited. if that makes any sense.
Yeah, and that's being polite.
but for the most part,
sometimes.
Dennis, you're streaming, aren't you?
I'm saying I had an issue with him, but just he's long-winded.
There. Step it up.
Enemy at the bus.
But I love Gopher. Like, I wish he would come on our Discord more.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Dennis and I were doing a lot of Elite Dangerous, and if it wasn't really for Gopher, you know, helping us out and stuff like that, fucking I wouldn't have. And I'm still not that good, but Gopher helped us out a lot with that, right?
But, Gopher's definitely a good.
But he plays fucking everything, right? Like that guy's like, and we started doing. Oh man, and
enemy at the buses.
And I'd like to play more games with him, but like I said, he hasn't been around our Discord very much, right? And that's a shame too.
Like me.
Yeah, he was around a little bit more, but the last, I guess Dennis and I were playing a lot in springtime, I guess April, May, around that time, Elite Dangerous, and Gopher invited us to his Elite Dangerous, not a channel, but a game room, if you want to call it that, in Elite Dangerous, and he was showing us a lot of stuff, like he had ships and taking us out with him and showing us a bunch of stuff, and it was really cool, but then all of a sudden he just stopped, and kind of miss having him around too, right? Like he was a big staple in our Discord for a while too, right? But
my appearance known, you know, I won't be a stranger anymore.
Well, I hope you're not, right? You know, even if you just say hello, and like I say, you see a streamer or whatever, like usually the guys run, come and leave a voice and chat.
Well, I will. It's just, you know, just life and being lazy. Like, I don't feel like, you know, doing anything today, or maybe I'll just jump into a single player game and just.
But you know what? You can still.
I have no excuse.
No, but you can still go into your single player game, and you know, and if somebody's in, you know, a voice chat, or says, hey, you know, just hop into a voice chat, say hello for a couple minutes, and go do what you're doing, right? Just like a quick phone call to say, hey, buddy, how you doing, right? You know, everybody at the Discord, we talk to, like, say, where's this guy, right? Like, you know, same with Gopher. I wish he would.
It's good to be missed, though. Definitely won't be a stranger.
Okay, that sounds good. Man. I'm going to hold you to that.
Oh, write me off.
No, I won't.
Dropping ammo.
I never, just for the record too, Oz, I
Enemy
never
cruise
had
missile
any
incoming.
ill feelings towards you, no matter what.
Well, that's good because I
I
didn't
just-
think
I just
that I
felt-
would try to do
Enemy
anything
UAV overhead.
to make you feel.
Regardless,
you know,
I felt
Regroup.
Someone got movement, sir.
it was like it wasn't what I intended, and I understand what you're saying about that whole ordeal, but I do apologize for all that rough.
well,
Setting
you have
Claymore.
nothing to apologize for, man. Like I
Whatever
said,
is.
like everything was fine. Like, and I thought it was pretty adamant on saying that everything was cool with that, right?
You were, but you can. It's just like at that time too. It's like he's just being nice, and
Changing
Pull back,
mags.
soldier.
Well, of
Fight
course I'm
another
being
day.
nice. I mean, you're fucking.
And
We're all
I-
friends within the Discord, right? I have nothing to bitch about or complain about. Like I say, it's not like I'm, gonna die over the situation
for
or
magic
anything like
that
that.
into me all the time.
Well, then maybe I shouldn't be so fucking slow, right?
Okay.
There you go, right?
So I had to
Yeah.
send incentive to people.
Oh shit! But yeah, nothing to worry
Definitely
about.
got to get back together and do some other stuff too. That'd be cool.
Well, for sure, right? Like I say, I can actually bend down on the floor now and
Yeah.
pick up a syringe to help somebody, right? So, I tried onward there a little
And
while
I-
ago, and I almost fucking fell down. I was standing up, and I went and moved, and I fucking fell down.
I'm still trying to get used to that. I can't stand in VR. I'm trying. I don't know what it is. I just can't keep my bearings.
Do you get that wobbly thing when you start moving forward and back, like you want to?
And I usually have like a chair at the back of my shins. That way I can feel where I am in real life.
Oh, okay.
Because if I'm standing in space all by myself and try to move forward, it's like, whoa. Or any kind of movement like that, it's like, holy shit.
Right.
Go down in this cave. I got a lot of stuff in here. I would eat steering wheel and tripods and old TVs and
That's pretty funny.
almost need one of them baby swings, where they have the little where you stick your legs through it.
We've got enemy
Yeah.
inbound. Lock and load.
I'll cover. Let's go.
That's funny. Here, hang on a sec. I just gotta take a leak.
More than 3 times you're playing with
Enemy at the rug shop.
Let's go.
the 4 times. I usually go 6 just to be sure.
We're in control.
Dennis, there was a lot of people that were talking about the very first these maps that they had that were
Setting Claymore.
the traditional maps that is all about angles and corners now. Do you see that? Yeah, that's what people are bitching about.
Enemy at the cave entrance.
We've lost the
I
lead.
do.
We pulled ahead.
Attention.
Right. Co-op's always fun. If you're with your friends, doesn't matter. The game could be a poop game, and you could have fun with it.
Enemy at the cave entrance.
Allied cruise missile away.
We were tearing it up earlier on that on the subway, or it looked like a subway. Oh, did you get the Oculus S? Oculus.
Friendly
They say
UAV
it's
overhead.
clear.
cave
I'm gonna get my PC first. The PC I'm getting now, it should be good for at least 2 or 3 years after I get it. It's like $1,200. So I already have that invested in this PC, and that's why it pisses me off. Have my new PC in 3 months.
What is it going to be?
I know you did.
What's your processor with the PC? What's it going to be?
The i5. Am I saying that right?
Another i5? Dennis.
Oh, it's an i7.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Invite me. Yes, jump out of this one.
Everything's updated.
Nice. What video card is going to be?
It's a. Hang on, I'm gonna go in.
Actually, I got a new video card too. I got a 2080 Ti now. For the win 3. Motherfucker. Yeah. Oh, you haven't seen my new shaft, have you?
Haven't seen what?
Well, there's a reason why they call me the shaft. Have you seen my new H pattern?
The shaft.
I'm called the shaft. I'm called Shaft. Yeah. I'll go check here. Party invites. Oh, for fuck's sakes, man. I just got in here to play with you, and now you're going to... Fuck that. You're going to stay awake until I'm done. What time is your final? What time is your final? What time? 9 in the morning. How much sleep do you actually need? All right. All right. So yeah, Magic, if you go into our gaming peripherals thing, you scroll up a little bit, you'll see one of my 2 new shafts. And actually, one of the shafts, I'm one of the only guys on the planet that has one. I'm a punk. I'm a punk with a big shaft. Well, not the only one, but the only one out of the new batches. Well, some other people have the same one as me from like 2016 or whatever, but I don't know how many. Yeah, but in the last 3 years or so, I'm the only one that has one. Yeah.
Enemies halfway there. Step it up.
All right. Fuck, we're on loadout. Oh, that's okay. I can go up to the roof.
Team deathmatch.
Where are we?
Get your teeth out. Time to hunt.
Yeah, time to hunt. I don't know where I'm at. Oh.
Enemies in the area.
Oh, crap.
Taking fire! Reloading.
Oh, crap.
It's one. It's like iPower or something like that. It's $1,000. It's $1,200.
Oh, okay. High power.
The
That's an
upgrade is
Amazon
like-
one, isn't it?
Is it called an iPower or? It's like a 1080 in it.
Okay. Yeah.
Setting Claymore.
i7 has solid. Like, I don't know how many terabytes of this and that, and just everything about it's like screams you need this PC.
Okay. Is it a 1080 Ti or just a regular 1080?
I believe so. I don't think it's a Ti. I think it's just a 1080.
Oh. Isn't it a Super now?
It was this year.
Enemy care package inbound.
a lot. Like,
Oh,
it's exactly
dying.
$1,200. It was on sale for $1,000 over the holidays. And
oh, nice.
Bitch.
I'm gonna see if I can get to that
Enemy
building.
overhead.
Enemy at the rug shop.
Go ahead. Listening to you.
That you could play everything on high settings and even ultra, and it holds a solid like 60 frames per second most of the
Okay.
time. Even something I can definitely be a definite upgrade from what I got.
setting
now.
Claymore.
Inbound.
Right.
Take cover.
My settings.
Oh, man.
Enemy UAV overhead.
It has.
How much gig of RAM?
I care about the lights.
UAV
Right.
down.
I have a budget of
Low
what I'm
ammo.
saving each month, and I figured 3 months after Christmas I will be able to grab it.
Nice.
Less than a minute.
They have them at Best Buy
Time
as
is short.
well, and
Get
I'm not
moving.
going to buy from Best Buy, but that's where I can find the name.
Okay. And were you getting it from Amazon? Yes.
I don't know yet. I really don't.
Oh, okay, okay.
I looked at them at Best Buy. I'm looking now.
Because 1200, you can. If you're gonna see if you can get one with it. Make sure it's a 1080 Ti at least.
30 seconds. Time's up. Get moving.
Can I shoot those chickens? Roosters.
Enemy personal radar in the air.
Reloading. Stand by.
You getting it up the donkey? Are you?
Enemy at the cave entrance.
I buy power. That is the one.
Okay. Don't limit yourself just to that one though, right? Like when you have time that you saved up for what you want to spend. Oh man, I didn't get one kill.
That
I
was a
died like
slaughter.
5 times.
Collect the dead and report back to base.
Ooh.
Enemy near Main Street.
Oh, right in the head. Boom, boom, boom. I suck.
HDD.
Not one.
180 gigabyte solid state drive. Yes, sir.
80 gig?
TX 260.
80 gigs.
$99.
You said it 80 gig? That is small, my friend. Okay, I'm gonna tell you when you look for something that has at least a minimum of 120 gig solid state drive in it. And you can buy a 2 terabyte Fire CUDA. It's like a hybrid between an SSD and a solid state, or like a regular drive, an SSD and a regular hard drive. And you can get like a 2 terabyte for like $70, right?
Okay. See a 1 terabyte. I'm gonna.
Yeah, you do. I hate this fucking map.
Opening left. No wall. No shot.
I'll look at that in a
Send you a
second.
link.
I saw that. I'll look at it in a second here.
Because what I think I'm gonna do. I'm ready when I have, like around 12 to 15.
Team deathmatch.
I'm gonna talk to you
Enemy threats in the
about
AR.
Okay.
before I
Weapons
make
hot.
any final decisions.
Sure.
What
Yeah,
I'm looking at, this is the. If you look at the rating, because I've looked on a couple of different sites, and I can't remember what the other site was,
Hold
where
ahead.
the ratings for these, even Amazon, stars, like almost 5 stars
Right.
for the rating. Around 12.
Setting
to
Claymore.
Enemy at the back alley.
a little longer than 15 for a decent PC that I can have for run anything I need it to run for the next couple of years.
Right. Yeah, you can get decent PCs not too expensive. Being in the States, so you should be able to get them like dirt cheap compared to here in Canada. Like what I built mine Yeah.
I just
So
don't
you
want to make the
cost me.
same mistake I made with this first gaming PC because I am pissed.
Right.
I put about 1,200 into it easily.
Send Claymore.
Wow.
After the fact, altogether the amount I paid into it.
We've lost the
It's
lead.
about the pretty lights and stuff like that. I just want something that runs whatever I want.
Changing man.
Yep.
So I'm not fooled by that.
Enemy at the rush
But
zone.
Yeah, like-
when I start looking in a couple 2 or 3 months, I'm gonna tell you like something I'm interested in on it, like they do it on Amazon and Best Buy, where they show you all the like the NVIDIA, what the HDD and all that shit, and see if that's a good buy or not. Or
Okay.
if that's something if that's what I'm looking for, because you know.
Changing man.
VR and racing that can handle things, and open world games, some open world games. So
Yeah, no worries. I'll try and do my best to steer you
I
in the
just
right
don't want
direction.
to. I appreciate any input you can give me on that.
Yeah, no
'Cause I
worries.
don't want to there's an $899 one once, but I don't want to shortchange myself.
Right.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Well, you know, sometimes those cheaper ones have a good processor, but they have shitty video cards and not very much memory and all that other stuff. So that's stuff to look into as well, right?
Right.
So don't sell your,
And
be dead
Intel-
set on saying, okay, well, this one's what I want, and because this has everything. When you could technically find maybe something that, and then when you add an upgrade, it still might be the same price, but you get more for your value, right?
anything I do right now, it's over $800 is going to be because it's not somebody that built it, out of their garage
Right.
that I can't trust.
Dropping
So it's going
ammo.
to be an upgrade,
Yeah.
an i7 in it. So that's what I'm
Enemy
going
cruise
by,
missile
and it'll have an updated
incoming.
motherboard as well.
Right.
Was it HDD
At-
or DDR4 instead of DDR3?
Well, I'll do like anything new is going to have DDR4.
Just going to keep my gaming PC as an editing tool where I do.
Yeah, good idea. Or a streaming tool. You can actually use it for both, right?
Just like I'm going to when I update
Enemy
to
personal
the
radar in the air.
Send
S,
Claymore.
it'll be a little bit further down the road. I'm going to keep my other
Enemy care package inbound.
grins and backup. You
Yeah,
never know.
good idea. Yep.
Because I was gonna
Reloading.
right after Christmas and even before Christmas, I was like, no, I'm gonna wait till after Christmas. Then I started thinking, I'm gonna run in. That I'm gonna run into with my Oculus that I can't play it, so why buy it? So I might as well get the course before I buy the cart.
Yeah, for sure, right?
Dropping ammo.
My
Send Claymore.
steering wheel's sitting there collecting dust because I can't play shit.
Yeah. And that sucks.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna pick your brain.
Yeah, no worries, man. I'm always ears. You just have to look us up, right? Or look me up, or
Appreciate it.
no worries.
Yeah.
Like I say,
Duty with that.
hanging with you would be fun, but just as happy to have you hanging around with us, shooting the shit, right?
Nah, there was no excuse for that.
Yeah, no worries, man. No worries.
It's gonna be a new year.
Enemy
Yeah, we got a
detected.
new year coming. By the way, how's your Jeep coming?
It's covered because I still didn't fix the floor.
No.
So yeah. And plus, the windows in fast enough because it cold and the vinyl top shrunk, so I couldn't get the
Really?
windows in again. I'm like, fuck it.
Oh,
I'm not gonna drive unless I put my card hard on. I can. It's still on the road. I could drive it whenever I want, but if I want to get out of the Jeep and my nuts are frozen to my
Enemy
leg,
halfway
then
there. Strap it up.
that's a cool ride.
Oh fuck, that's funny. How's your weight loss been going? I know you've been.
Okay, come on. RPG.
You say weight or wife?
What's that? No, I said, how's your weight loss been going? I know you lost a bunch of weight there.
Setting Claymore.
Yeah, I'm down to 292. I stopped taking the apple cider
Enemy
vinegar,
VTOL in the AR.
Oh, did you?
but I'm gonna get back to it because I like my body. I'm taking off so far. I was 345 at one time.
Wow. I tell you, did you ever hear of keto? I started.
Yeah.
I started a keto diet a while ago, and I went from 250 down to 214 in like 3 months.
How old are you?
I'm 52.
Contact.
How old are you, Oz? I didn't hear you.
I'm 52.
Somebody keeps cutting out.
I'm the big 5'2".
It's gotta stop cutting out on me.
Ha.
3-0 through.
Did you say 3-0? No. No, I'm 52.
48.
No, I'm 52.
42?
That's funny. Did you say 3-2? No, 5-2.
Enemy personal radar in the air.
No, I'm 52.
I have 2 years old.
Enemy at the bus.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm the senior in our group.
I'm 48.
Yeah, still a youngin'.
As long as I can, damn it.
But yeah, I swear by that keto, man. If you can follow it, you drop weight like a motherfucker.
My woman, I'm eating a lot better. I mean, and I can still eat stuff that's
Right.
not good for me because I don't do it all the time. It's like a treat.
Right.
I gotta get to my doctors, my new doctors, because of my diabetes.
Enemy at the bazaar.
You know what?
Taking fire.
The keto can help your diabetes, eh? Read up on keto.
Yeah, I've heard about
Enemy at the ruck shop.
keto diet from my girlfriend, and it's like, really, she's kind of with it, and as long as I'm with her, I'm not going to be doing that
No?
because I'm going in the right direction for now. And later,
Oh, okay.
Time's running out. It's now or never.
Yeah, it's not for
pretty good
everybody,
care
but
as far as like feeding me the right stuff.
right. Yeah, no. For me, I've tried. I think like I'm fairly stocky anyway. Like when I met my wife, I was 195 pounds and I had a 28-inch waist. Right, like I was always into, physical activities and stuff. And then
It
she
was like
got
that when I was
pregnant.
a baby. What the hell?
And then she got pregnant, and I got pregnant with her, and I ballooned up to like fucking 260 in like 5 months, right? And of course, I've never
Right?
been slim since. So this is actually the lightest I've been since I met her.
Enemy personal radar in the air.
Nice. My ideal weight, I want to get down to 260, 265, and see what I look like then, because I'm 6'4". I mean,
Care package
Oh, you're a
inbound.
fucking large guy, right? Like that's,
actually 6'3". Yeah, I'm a
Yeah,
big
see,
dude.
yeah. So I'm like fucking 5'9.5", right?
Learn from the loss. Come back harder.
I'm gonna see, because I remember in high school I was like 260. I thought I looked good back then, so I'm gonna see how everything feels at 265. I'm gonna try to get there. 260, 265, and not to down the keto diet. There's a lot of really good things about that diet, but there's a couple things that she says that she doesn't agree with, and so it's like, yeah, I'm not gonna argue with her. So
Well, what are the things that you think that are the downfalls of it?
offhand, because I kind of like have a deaf ear to some of the things she talks about.
Mhm.
Wait, shit, I'm being recorded. I didn't say who
That's okay. well, but no. What do you think the downfalls of it are?
This is just everything she taught. Health, food stuff, healthy, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like if you talk about it all the time,
right?
That's kind of where I am.
Okay. you know what?
She cooks. She makes them tasty, and that's a big surprise to me.
Right.
And because I was brought up from my mom. Hello. But I was brought up on meat and potatoes and gravy and pastas and all the bad stuff that tastes good.
Well,
and I miss the potatoes from time to time, but you know we eat potatoes.
Enemy incoming. Weapons ready.
Well, you know what?
In a while.
You realize on keto you don't eat potatoes or rice or grains, right?
Setting Claymore.
You might it's all high fat, medium protein, and no carbs. Basically, like when you have coffee and stuff, I use whipping cream in my coffee instead of half and half. Like no dairy, but you can eat cheese, that type of stuff.
Right.
And because you eliminate your sugars, so it helps your diabetes.
Soldat, you have lost the lead.
And
reloading.
For me,
Enemy at the restaurant.
yeah, my diabetes is actually with that as well, because when I was one was really high to the point where they wanted to put me on insulin, and I was like, give me one more chance. Let me try to figure this out. And I started with the apple cider vinegar, where they don't want to put me on insulin anymore.
Right. Well, that's cool.
So,
I'm hit.
I'm happy.
You know what? Eliminate your carbs, and you don't have to go on keto, but eliminate your carbs, and you'll drop weight.
We have taken control.
Definitely. Very aware of my carb intake, unfortunately, because carbs are good but bad.
Well, the difference between and I'm not saying
when I grew up with.
Everybody does, because pasta and all that stuff is all carbs, right? And grains, sugars, all that stuff is
They're wraps instead of bread. I don't do any bread anymore, and if I do bread, it's wheat.
I use this app,
bread.
And it tells you what you have. Like you punch in your foods and whatnot, and it tells you. But there was a guy at work. He was 360 pounds, and he started last April. The guy's down to 210 pounds following the keto.
Allied UAV overhead.
So that's a pretty
like.
And this guy gave me the inspiration for me to actually start the keto. Because I saw the guy, and he was a large dude. Like I said, 360 pounds, and he's my height, 5'9.5", 5'10". And I didn't see him for like 4 or 5 months, and all of a sudden he was like 230.
Yeah, my mom. I don't get to see my mom that often, so maybe 3 or 4 weeks before I see her, and I show up, and she's like, "Are you okay?"
Well, they're not used to seeing you like that, right?
Like, you lost so much weight, and I'm fine. It's a healthy loss. It's not like it's not bad at all. My back.
Main thing is how do you feel, right? That's
right. And my man boobs are down to a C cup now, so you know.
Hey, not bad.
Going.
But is that a 40C or a 38C? You know, 'cause I kind of like 38s myself, right?
Coming down from a double D, that's not. It wasn't that bad, but
Friendly Wilson on station, beginning sweep.
You know, being embarrassed when you can't take your shirt off when you go swimming. I mean, it's
yeah.
Older, I got the old man body now, so
yeah, they call it the dad body, right? Yeah.
things starts going south.
Yeah, I know that feeling. Like I said, I still hold on to when I was
But
mid-20s.
my other goal is
Enemy
to,
at the
after I
shops.
get my weight down, I want to stop.
Right, you still smoke, right?
Yeah, I still smoke. I can smell when I walk up the stairs.
Enemy at the
I can
back
smell the
alley.
stale smoke. So, because my man cave's kind of closed off, and I got a cave, but it doesn't take away the overall smell of the nastiness.
Right. Well, that's kind of bizarre because normally smokers aren't very susceptible to that smell, right? So that's pretty cool that you're actually receptive to that.
And the thing is, I don't want to quit if I'm not ready to, because you're not going to quit unless you're really ready to.
Nope.
So why put yourself
Enemy at the shops.
a week of trying not to quit, trying not to smoke, where you're going to go back to it anyways? It's like, okay, you gave your lungs a week break, but
Reloading.
I'll tell you a story.
about one step
They've reached
away
the
from
halfway
killing
point.
you,
Get moving.
because you're irritating them.
Well, it's funny you said about ready to quit, because I remember because I smoked for years. I started early. I started like when I was 12 years old. I started pot when I was 11, started cigarettes when I was like 12. And I'll never forget the day I actually quit. And I guess it's 20 years ago
Enemy
now.
counter UAV. We've
And
lost radar.
I was going into work, like I was a supervisor. I was a driver supervisor for Dolphin. And I was thinking, I'm going to quit. And I had like 3 smokes left, and I had to drive like maybe 8 kilometers. And I finished 2 of them by the time I got there, just all in the fact of I'm going to quit smoking. And then I was doing my paperwork. I got to work about 7 o'clock, doing my paperwork, and was having I walked out to the bench, and had another cigarette. And I thought, geez, I don't know if I'm going to be able to quit or not. Then I get out to where the work actually happens, and I had another cigarette, and which was my last one. I thought there's no way I'm going to be able to quit. And I bought a couple smokes from guys throughout the night and whatnot. And I was going home about 4 in the morning. And I lit up a smoke. I was in the car. I smoked about half of it, and I fucking looked at it, and I thought, geez, this tastes like shit. And I threw it out the window, and I never smoked since. So it's just one of those things, right? I was ready. And I tell you, for the first probably 15 years, secondhand smoke never bothered me, but the last 5 years, it irritates me now. Which is kind of bizarre.
Enemy at the restaurant.
I'm worried that my
Enemy VTOL is the AO.
brother died of cancer, and I know, it's a random thing, and it all depends on the person. But who wants to take that chance? I mean,
well, for sure, right? But you know what? And I'll tell you right now, sometimes they say, okay, smoking is promotes cancer, but there's people that have smoked for 60 years and never had a thing. There's people that have smoked for 8 months and they get lung cancer or throat cancer. So yeah, it's
my
one of the things.
great to be 95 and smoking films all his life, so it's just like,
right.
Come on.
Well, my grandmother's 99. She'll be 100 this coming September.
We've lost radar.
But
I love.
Sorry, Magic, I didn't hear you there.
Enemy cruise missile.
Sorry.
They're killing us. Pick yourselves up. Allied UAV
Green
overhead.
blaster.
Just getting lit up.
Enemy
But as you know, my mom and dad had cancer. My mom had cancer here 2011. My dad had cancer a couple years, well, I guess 4 years ago now. My wife had breast cancer 2 years ago.
Oh my.
Abort mission. Regroup.
So I'm pretty familiar with the old cancer thing.
The cancer scare, and my grandmother, she passed from it. Never want to go through that again. That's just, I couldn't even imagine.
Well, I tell you, my wife is my hero. I couldn't imagine I was able, fortunately, the way my work schedule was, I was able to take off every day, every treatment that she had to go through, radiation, chemo, any of that stuff, and to see,
Right.
and it you know what, it's really traumatic seeing a partner, spouse, your loved one going through stuff that, well, just going through that and
Yep.
seeing what happens to a person's body, and all that stuff. And I tell you, I don't know if I could do what she did or even what my mom and dad did, but I was there more from my